Let's go. Looks like we did it, Ace. And to think, we got away with it, too. I've never felt so alive.
That's really sad, Tony. Let's unpack that later. It's...
Dark Dumpster Derek with the power of garbage.
Time to take out the trash.
Let's get going. Hurry. Plastic soda rings.
Now I know what marine animals feel like.
All in a day's work for Dark Dumpster.
Cut, Derek. Great job, everybody. Copernicus, your voice dubbing for Derek was spot on.
Thanks. It's an impression of my dad.
Quiet down, the game's on.
Emily, your lightning effect was genius.
If only I had more power.
And Mr. Hitchcock, your directing advice was amazing.
You're a natural, my boy. And the way you trained that vermin. I had a much harder time with the birds.
Oh, he's not trained.
Eesh. How's the editing, Ivy? Great. All we need now is the final, most important shot. Then we can submit this to the film festival tonight.
This film set is closed.
But, sir.
It's Herbert.
Sir Herbert, we got permission from the owner of the building.
Erroneous. You can't run a film set within city limits if you're under 16.
What? Why?
Because it's a law that I fought for because children are hooligans, and I find your voices irritating.
Our voices are irritating?
My next target's Little League.
Well, I guess if he lives here and we're bothering him, we should leave?
I don't live here. I just loiter to turn in lawbreakers.
Okay then, Sir Herbert. This law seems, how do I put this delicately, dumb?
It don't matter to me. I'm calling the cops.
So, what are you in for?
I shot...
You're a parole officer?
No, a movie.
In this context, shot means filmed.
Ah, I, filmed a lot of people, too.
Thanks, 911. Talk again soon. Love ya.
I took Hitchcock back. For a guy who makes scary movies, he sure cries a lot on a weirdo time machine. What did you two do? What did you two do?
We're underage filmmakers.
Wait! We know how to change laws. We've done it before.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Let's change this law!
You can't fix this with a montage. You know laws can take months, sometimes years to change.
But the film festival deadline is tonight. The cops are on the way.
Why do laws like this only ever happen to us?
Okay, everybody take 5. Vamos, twins.
Where are we going?
I need to evict a friend.
So I've been going over the script in my trailer, and I realized I'm female raccoon number 2. Who's female raccoon number 1? Who's female raccoon number 1?
Where is it?
Grandma!
Ah, there it is. Huh? Whoa. for violating the Georgia law of living on a boat for more than 30 days.
That's a real law?
Yes.
So is this guy a famous expert we're supposed to learn from?
No, he's just a guy who lives on a boat. Now, Doug, come out with your hands up! Because we're gonna party!
Gabby!
Dougie, the look on your face. Still ugly.
I should have known it was a prank. I'm only on day 29, so what you come for this time? The Miss Geriatric Georgia pageant isn't until next month.
I will not enter again until they bring the bathing suit portion back. I look fantastic. I'm here now because my grandkids think they're special.
We're just kind of frustrated.
That the pageant canceled the bathing suit portion? Yeah, same here.
Ew, no. That unfair laws only seem to affect us.
I'm sorry, but unfortunately your situation isn't as unique as you think. But why talk about that when we can sing about it?
Hit it, Derek.
And Garrick. He's my pet gator. Also illegal. Just 'cause something's illegal doesn't mean it's wrong. Silly laws are everywhere. I'll show you with my song. In Connecticut, there is a law that kids find really mean. You can get a fine for 99 if you spray silly string. And in many states, you can only have 2 yard sales each year. And kids can't trick or treat past 8 p.m. in Delaware. In Mississippi, the punishment for swearing isn't cheap. You can get 30 days in county jail just for saying bleep.
I just said bleep. I literally said bleep.
And in Goodyear, Arizona, spitting in public will not thrive, 'cause they can charge you $2,500 for saliva. In Virginia, hunting's common, but you can't hunt on Sunday. Unless your target is raccoon, then hunting is okay.
Yay!
You try.
In our hometown, you can't film if you're under 16.
Not only is it ageist, but it's also really unfair. Okay, I'll just stick to science.
Some laws are good, some laws are bad, and some are downright evil. But one thing they have in common is that all of them are legal. Bye, twins.
Bye.
No, you have to sing it. Bye, twins.
Bye, twins.
No, you say bye, Doug. I say bye, twins. Bye, twins.
Bye, Doug.
Nice job. Now it's Gabby's turn. Bye.
No!
Okay, we get it, Grandma. We're not the only ones who suffer from unjust laws.
But we can't change the law in time, so we just have to follow it and not finish our movie?
So dramatic. Let's go. Derek, I said take us to the jail, not in the jail.
I knew this is where we'd end up.
Gabby?
Rosa! Kids, this is the First Lady of Civil Rights, a beautiful soul, and a felon.
It was a misdemeanor.
Sorry, a misdemeanant. Rosa Parks!
Great to meet you.
It's an honor, Mrs. Parks.
Okay, enough small talk. Mind if we break you out?
That'll just stir up more trouble for me.
Keep it down in there!
I'll put you back, I promise. Plus, I've been wanting to test out my hologramma. Patent pending.
Is that just like a hologram made by a grandma?
Don't discount my genius. But yes, pretty much.
Wow. I guess a minute wouldn't hurt.
What's going on?
Sorry about Dan. He's going through some stuff.
Mrs. Parks, I gotta ask, how'd you end up in jail?
In Montgomery, there's a law that black people can't sit in the same section of the bus as white folks. So when the bus driver asked me to move, I stayed put.
And became a hero!
No, and became a convict.
What?
But sometimes it's okay to civilly disobey. I knew the law of segregation, or separating people based on their skin color, was wrong. So I disobeyed it in a civil or peaceful way.
You can do that?
Sure.
But what about your freedom, Mrs. Parks?
And your permanent record.
And my bank account, for that matter. They're having me pay more than a day's wages and fines on top of jail time.
The truth is, I always have to walk on eggshells around Dan, and that makes it hard to have a healthy professional relationship. Gosh, you're such a good listener, Mrs. Parks. I'm Francis.
Aren't you protesting and voting to change the law?
Oh, sure. A lot of people are doing that, too. For now, segregation is still a law, one that's in place to keep people down. And I believe obeying that law is just plain wrong.
I want to civilly disobey tons of laws.
Me too!
Whoa, slow down now. If I disobeyed all the laws I disagreed with, jail would be my permanent address. When you choose what to stand up for, you need to be prepared to accept the consequences. Mind if we take a little history tour, Gabby?
Way ahead of you.
I got this jail job just to please my parents, but I've always wanted to be a dancer. Well, I really like dancing tap, ballroom, ballet, sometimes the Irish jig.
I have cast my vote. Here is my ballot, good sir.
Susan B. Anthony voted in the presidential election even though it was illegal for women to do so.
I can't accept this.
But women deserve the right to vote, just like you do.
Oh, I don't vote.
You broke the law, ma'am. I'm taking you in.
But she was just peacefully doing what she knew was right.
You want to join her?
Nope. Boo women! Yay men!
Emily!
Sorry, I panicked.
Unhand me.
Keep up the good work, Mrs. Anthony.
Yeah, because of people like you, one day I'll be able to run for president.
You want to be president?
Ugh, no, that job ages you terribly. But I could run if I wanted to. I'm going to change the world as a scientist!
Stop making it weird.
You're right. I should follow my dreams. Thanks for everything, Mrs. Parks. Goodbye, jail, and hello, Broadway.
Some very bad things have been legal in the past. The law used to allow people to enslave black people. My own grandparents were born into slavery.
Why didn't anyone stop it?
Well, the law said you could be put in prison or killed for helping people escape. But some brave people did it anyway, like Harriet Tubman. Harriet helped hundreds of people escape slavery, even though she knew it could lead to her imprisonment or even death.
Come on, get up. I would fight for my liberty, so long as my strength lasted.
She followed her heart and her belief in everyone's God-given right to be free. She stood up for what she knew to be right, and now slavery is illegal.
If you base your morality on only what's legal, you could find yourself agreeing with people like them.
One day, I hope all people, regardless of their skin color, can be treated equally.
Thanks to people like you, we've come a long way.
Whoa. All of this makes our problems feel small.
Yeah, we just wanted the right to film a movie.
Well, that's the beauty of civil disobedience. If you know the price you may have to pay, you get to decide whether or not it's worth it for you. You can choose what you're willing to stand up for, or in my case, sit down for.
Derek, you can't drink the knowledge juice. Oh, no.
Dear heavens, I'm afraid I may have committed a faux pas when I ingested this green, juicy water.
And now he's refined?
To be a raccoon or not to be a raccoon.
And a great actor.
Don't worry, it'll wear off eventually.
Francis, check Rosa Parks' cell.
We need more knowledge juice before the guard catches us!
Sorry, Derek. Scalpel.
Scalpel.
Or we can refill it like normal by saying what we've learned.
Fine.
Unjust laws affect lots of people.
Francis? Do I have to do everything myself?
And I could have saved a ton of money on production if I just let Derek drink the knowledge juice.
Ethan!
Sorry, civil disobedience means peacefully breaking a law.
Sometimes it's okay to civilly disobey.
But if we do break a law, we need to be prepared to accept the consequences.
Thought I heard something. Guess Francis was right. Maybe I am a little too tightly wound. You know, you're a good listener. You got a minute?
Better be sparkling water waiting for me. It's in my contract.
Wow, that voice dubbing's getting good.
Thanks! Thank you. And furthermore...
Ready?
Ready.
As you know, it is a crime in this city for a person to run a film set if they're under 16. Wow, it sounds so dumb when I say it out loud.
We have one more shot to film, but if we do it, we will be breaking a law.
Don't feel you have to stay. Okay, wasn't expecting that many people to leave.
Fine, I'll stay.
We think it's wrong that we're not allowed to film here based on our age.
So we're gonna work to get the law changed before next year's film festival.
And in the meantime, we're going to practice civil disobedience and film this last shot now!
Wow, what a speech!
Wait, really? You actually liked it?
Loved it.
Does this mean you acknowledge how dumb this law is and completely changed your worldview?
No, the cops are here.
Sorry, twins. This is a dumb law.
We agree.
You can finish filming, but if you call action one more time, I'll have to fine you $200. Your choice.
Well, at least it's not jail time.
Then with all due respect, action.
And now for the winning film of the Young Talent Film Festival.
Young?
Dark Dumpster Derek, the raccoon who loved me.
Ooh! Ah!
You've been injured.
Are you the CIA? Because you are torturing me with those good looks.
No, my dear. I'm just a medium-sized mammal.
Kiss me while we still have the time. Ew! Oh, why do you reek like garbage?
I don't, my dear. I reek like... dumpster. All in a day's work for Dark Dumpster Derek.
Encore! Encore! Ooh, encore! Encore!
And now, the director and producer of Dark Dumpster Derek, Ethan and Emily Tuttle.
Well, we're out $200, but this trophy is priceless. Worthless.
We'd like to say thanks to the cast, crew, and our friend Rosa, who taught us a pretty valuable lesson. Sometimes it's okay to civilly disobey.
Boo!
do. Leave the politics out of this.
And thanks to the City Council for listening to our appeal and reviewing the law that prohibits anyone under 16 from running a film set.
And a special no thanks to Sir Herbert.
I'm on TV? I'm on TV! Time to shut down an orphanage.
Hi, I'm Daniel Harmon, creator of Tuttle Twins TV show. Thanks for watching. This episode and all of Tuttle Twins was made free by fans like you who pay it forward. To watch more free episodes, download the Angel app on Google Play or the App Store today.
No, not that button!
What button?
The ironically convenient plot twist button!